Hi, I'm Ravioli, and Shonen MCs suck. Here's some of my favorites. Let's pick on Tanjiro. He's got an absurdly just moral compass, like over the top. This man, his whole existence is to kill demons, yet he's trying to make them feel better about themselves before they die. Hey man, I know you just killed like 100 people and injured all my friends real bad, and I cut your head off, but don't feel so bad about yourself. You got a little sister that loves you too. Ow, got my ears. Tanjiro, just get that shit out of here. Tanjiro is the same person he was at the start of Demon Slayer as he is at the end of Demon Slayer. Other than him getting a grip on his Syscon complex throughout the series.
What? You think Sabito's cooler than me? But Nezuko, I'm your brother!
Nezuko, you don't think I'm cool? Shut up. He doesn't really change outside of his physical abilities. I mean, he gets a little less, I'm scared, the demons are gonna kill me, and gets more confident, but that's it. Pretty one note. Naruto, Midoriya, Natsu, Luffy, Shinra, maybe even Ichigo? I don't know, I haven't read Bleach. None of these guys have any major character development. None of them do any wrong. They're all goody two-shoes with dreams of becoming president or Lucy's boyfriend or being in Fortnite or whatever. Except for Asta. He goes from being regular Asta to buff Asta. You would never catch any of them punching a woman, and that's okay. Shonen MCs don't need to be these deeply emotionally flawed characters because that's not really why they're here. No one is going into My Hero Academia to see Midoriya struggle with his mental health and become a stronger, better person. They're just there to see Mount Lady's abilities. We want to watch these characters' journeys developing their powers and becoming heroes. We want to see the new cool way they use their skills to overcome obstacles. That is what a shonen is all about. The cool powers. I love cool power systems. Fire forces fight fire with fire. Power system is just so damn cool to me, but I also like it when my characters are a little bit up. This is why I like Denji so much. Denji is kind of a piece of shit. He's selfish, self-indulgent, and doesn't really care if others get hurt, but he grows. He makes bonds with his friends. He wants to protect the life he's been given and the people in it. And yeah, he kind of just wants to touch some boobs, but that's one of the things that makes him so endearing to watch. Denji isn't going out of his way to save someone. He doesn't really care at the end of the day if his own goals are met. He starts off as a piece of shit and grows into a somewhat better person.
You never told me your old grandpa used to be a huge piece of shit.
Could you not call my dad a piece of shit?
I said he used to be a piece of shit. He's not anymore.
He fights other dudes by going for the balls. I'm pretty sure that's breaking the bro code somehow. Like, imagine if Naruto went for the balls when him and Sasuke were having their little lovers quarrel. There's no way in hell he'd do that. He's too busy trying to talk jutsu his way into kissing him again. Nah, but for real, this lovers quarrel is one of my favorite shonen fights ever. Now, of course, none of this is bad. Like I said, we don't go into a shonen to watch Subaru's decline into madness. That's why we have shows like ReZero. We watch shonen for moments like when Naruto shows up with his frog homies and defeats pain itself so no one ever has to cry again when they stub their toes, and that's cool. Or moments like when Tanjiro, who loves his sister so much, makes his eyes bleed and some shit up. That's also cool. Or Luffy, who gets electrocuted by a god and just... What? I'm sorry, did you say something? That's so cool. Anyways, my point is, why can't we have both? Of course, we're not gonna have full-on guts tier characters in a little boys manga, but why can't we get an MC with go-to character arcs like Zuko or Simone? Shonen is getting a little bit stale. I think the formula needs a bit more of a mix-up aside from changing the powers and the main type of high school the MC goes to. What I wish we had from these shonen characters is that internal growth that so many side characters do actually get, like Todoroki's arc in My Hero Season 2. My father deeply and emotionally scarred me. I need to win so I can prove that I can do this myself without using this cursed power he's given me. I want to win because everybody's watching me and All Might said we could go for ice cream after this. Midoriya talk jutsus him into embracing his powers as his own, powers he's pushed aside for so long because of his grudge against his abusive father. And in one of the hypest fights in the series, we watch as he starts to change his mindset and grow into a stronger person. I could have cried, man. It was so good. It was so good. So why not take this guy's development and give it to this guy? The MC is the character that pulls you into the story in the first place. Midoriya is out here so motivated to be a hero, he's blowing himself up, and that's badass. Shinra's called the devil because he has a nervous tick. What's that all about? This guy has the hottest crew members ever, and he isn't smashing? All right, well, I need to see what this is all about then. Oh, I get it. He's gay for Zoro. Okay. These are good characters for sure. I love them all for various reasons, but there's no room for them to grow outside of simply improving their powers. They're already good people. They don't need to become better. Like I said earlier, most of these MCs are all the exact same person they were at the start of their respective series as they are at the end. I want the main dude to have flaws, have some personal development. I don't want my MC to be such a goody two-shoes that he wouldn't hit a woman. That's boring. Ravioli, why do you keep mentioning hitting women? Just wait. You'll find out. I like when my main characters are relatable. I can't say I relate much to being ridiculed by my village, housing a demon fox inside of me and wanting to become president, but what I can relate to is this.
What are you doing?
Okay, well, not the punching a lady part. I'd never do that because I'm a goody two-shoes type MC, but anger struggles, losing a loved one you looked up to. Uber relatable for me. This is Rudo. He's a spazzy little garbage collector who got thrown into a giant abyss as a form of execution after getting accused of killing his adoptive father, someone he looked up to. He's seen some shit, and because of that, he's got some emotional and anger problems which lead him to punching this girl, and it wasn't cool, man. Rudo, you can't just do that. But that's what's so good about it. It was just so unexpected. Rudo is a kid who grew up on hard times. He struggles with his emotions, and his moral compass is a tad bit off because of the way he grew up. And this means he has a lot of room to grow as a character. He's not a good dude right off the bat. He wants to be, but he's got a long way to go. And that's awesome. Gachi Ikuta is only 42 chapters in at the time of this video, and we've already got to see Rudo grow in small ways. Instead of our MC fixing everyone else's flaws like our Narutos and our Midoriyas, it's actually these side characters helping Rudo to become a better person. And through Rudo's inner dialogue, you can see that he wants to become a better person as well. And that's some real relatable shit right there. I'm constantly trying to learn from the people around me myself so I can do better, and Rudo is doing the same thing. I just can't help but root for this kid. But then... Eesh, that's real bad, kid. Literally everyone's like, what? What? Huh? Even the bad chick that he's punching, who actually isn't really that bad, is like, what the f just happened? And then,
let's see you grit those teeth!
Excuse me, what? Did our MC just do a bad thing? No, that's unacceptable. I'm going back to watching Demon Slayer.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I've been physically abused in the ear.
This girl hurt his friends and he let his anger get out of control. And Rudo doesn't even realize his error at first. See, Rudo's point of view was equal rights, equal fights. Am I right, alpha males? Which I mean, yeah, if your life's getting threatened and your opponent is someone of the opposite gender, you gotta defend yourself. But what he didn't realize is that Amo isn't necessarily bad. We learned some of her backstory and she actually had a pretty tough upbringing. There was tons of subtle context clues to what was really going on. And all of Rudo's teammates totally realized this, but Rudo himself just does not. And it's not until after that he sits down with Big Bro Engine and realizes what he did wrong and decides on a way to go make it right. That's just so cool, dude. I'm so sick of these Narutos and Tanjiros that could do no wrong. I want to see my MC grow. I want him to be my favorite character, not just because he does cool powers. I want him to be my favorite character because I've seen his character arc and he's grown and he has become better and therefore cooler. I mean, I get why these characters are written the way they are. They're meant to be more self-inserting, easy to get behind and root for so they can get as many people hooked on the story as possible and be like, oh wow, he's just like me, for real. I mean, that's why Denji has resonated with so many people. We all just want to touch some boobs. But I'm really digging the way that Rudo has been portrayed so far. We do see a few moments where he is calm and collected and on top of his shit, and it's badass as hell. I want to see more of this pro gamer Rudo, and I want to follow along and watch as he gets to that point where he is always pro gamer Rudo. Look at this shit. He just Control-Alt-Deleted that guy. That's a Sigma gamer move right there. Is that how you use Sigma? Right now, he has so much room for development, and I can't wait to see where the author takes the plot. The promise of solid character development aside, there's just a lot about this manga that I love so far. The big bro dynamic that Engine brings in is great. I look up to my own big brother a hell of a lot, so the Kamina and Simone type of relationship that they have just hits me right in the feels. There's also a big emphasis on things. I like things. Look at all my things. Look at this little guy. He's just a squishy little guy. Everyone's ability is based on a thing that they hold close to them and take care of, and the more you take care of your thing and the more love you have for it, the stronger your ability is, and that's just a cool concept to me. I like to take good care of my own things that I love. If I had a thing that gave me powers, it would definitely be my Burt's Bees lip chap. I've had one of these bad boys in my pocket at all times for like 6 years now, and my ability would be to put it on your eyelids so you can bees with the boys. Beesin. Also, the art is just really cool. So far, it's not the craziest shonen I've ever read, but it's got so much potential oozing from every corner, I wouldn't be surprised if it blows the hell up or becomes an underrated classic. Anyway, shonen's never really been about character development, it's always just been about moments like Luffy and Yamato going ballistic on a dragon. But at the same time, I'd kinda just like to see a bit more of a mix-up in the formula and get more characters like Ruto that actually have some room for growth. Anyways, moral of the video is that this manga is really cool so far, you should read it, and only punch women if you're gonna get a good development arc out of it. I've been Ravioli, I make videos about video games, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, Ravioli here. I just want to say thanks for watching the video. I don't usually make anime content, but if you like this kind of thing, let me know. I can make more, I don't mind. Go ahead and watch some more of my videos. The YouTube algorithm seems to like that. And also, Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry for swearing so much in this one. Can't guarantee it won't happen again.